Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Broncos Stadium at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Godden alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest three-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by Josh Rosen, the 10th overall pick taken in 2018 out of UCLA.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. 36 yards on the play. Well, how about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And now it's Rosen looking. It's caught on the right side. Williams loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let him know.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Caught left side by Hilton. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
He's not going to give me.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC-10. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Wentz going to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. 5 plays there on that drive. And the end result was a Marlon Mack touchdown run. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
And out come the Chiefs now. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
The tackle made there by Jared Davis. And now the Chiefs' offensive starters.
In 2018, the Chiefs were looking for help in their offensive line, and they received it from guard Andrew Wiley, a formerly undrafted free agent. He settled in as a mainstay at guard and mauled people on the offensive line. They expect big things out of him in 2019 and beyond.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rosen, 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. A look now at the starters defensively for the Broncos. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
The 3rd year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
Now that's how you start to get back into good grumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a 1st down.
They go back to the ground, this time Clement. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. And on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good, great in film.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
We focus our attention now on T.Y. Hilton as he gets ready to head back onto the field. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that time and change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. Throwing on first is Wentz. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. Break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Wentz to throw, and this one's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They go play action. It's Rosen. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. We get a look at what Ertz did receiving-wise last week. 5 catches, 65 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. That's Isabella open on the right side. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down a spot. And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. To throw is Rosen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target. But it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have.
Now Clement fumbles the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Extra point try for Gostkowski. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. And now here comes Kansas City.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. John Johnson, one of the leading tacklers from the safety position in the NFL, there to make the stop. From the 27, Rosen caught by the tight end Ertz. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 2nd down and 4, Rosen. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And now it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Rosen to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Rosen to throw again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They were winners last week over Tennessee, and they've got the lead here as well. They start this drive out 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz outright completes it to Jarwin. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
Wentz now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this 1st half. It's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Wentz now, only 1 pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. Throw left side complete. It's Mack. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Wentz to throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. A good pickup there, a 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It'll go as a gain of 10 on a Kansas City 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the ground, this is Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. They're going to run the draw here with Clement. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Ertz has it left side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards, a first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Clement. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. Second and 5 now. Rosen. This will be caught at about the 6. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The Chiefs on third down. They 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Rosen. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by John Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So the Broncos coming out now. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this. First half going my way. I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And the Chiefs are going to get him. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. A final shot before half for Wentz. He's going to find Gallup here complete. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. Plenty to look forward to in that early window. One being a noontime start up in Green Bay. A big one for the Packers, as they'll be forced to reckon with the Oakland Raiders. More good stuff later in the afternoon. One being in Tennessee, where it'll be the Titans at home in Nashville, taking on the LA Chargers. And finally, on Monday Night Football, a good one to wrap up Week 7. Patriots and Jets from MetLife Stadium in New York. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth versus who can put it together in the second half. For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on second and less than a yard. Now Wentz. And his throw here is incomplete. T.Y. Hilton once again the intended receiver, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now a carry from Mack. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Right here, right here.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 26-yard line. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Marlon Mack with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that, so you really give yourself an advantage.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
4 yards on the dump off at second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Rosen. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I feel for some of these guys nowadays because it is so tough to be able to run with these tight ends. Their speed, their elusiveness, especially when they run across the field, because you're not just running with him, you're trying to run through some traffic as well.
54 Mike. Here we go.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And now it's Rosen looking toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing again, it's Rosen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here's the Chiefs punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line.
Let's go!
And Denver getting set to take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Staying on the ground with Mack. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 2.
Now it's Mack, draw play. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On first down, Clement. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From the 40 now on 2nd down, Rosen. Crowder's got it over the middle. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 37.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Rosen now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Play action here with Rosen. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz, and he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Wentz now to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run again with Clement. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
Come on, QB, come on.
Rosen off the play action. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Rosen now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Rosen looking to throw. Ertz over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just short. And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
The point after try for Gostkowski. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down.
They'll begin on the ground with Clement. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Switch.
Over the middle, but it's incomplete. A hat tip to P.J. Williams there defensively, making sure that one didn't find its target. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Don't get nervous.
They'll run on first down. Clement. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Come on.
It's a gain of 7.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run with Clement. He'll be dropped at 25 after a gain of 6. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Here we go, D. All day, defense.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Let's go.
From 17 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now Williams. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Corey Clement, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but This offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Go, go, go.
Here's Wentz to throw. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people are thinking about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On first down, it's Mack. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Here's Matt Bosher now. He's been terrific so far. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Now, fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Defensively, with this lead in the 4th quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be, don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
To try again after the sack. Rosen. It's complete downfield out left to his running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
You ain't doing nothing.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Rosen to throw again. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Kendrick Bourne, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Broncos are going to get the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And coming out now, the Broncos. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Balaj. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he gets it down to the 32. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Check, cross.
This is Mack on the counter, trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You don't want no problems with me.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 4. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for Denver, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.